Hey everyone, welcome. Natalie here from Korg, and today I'm going to take a look at the new MS-20 full size. Let's talk a little bit about the history of the MS-20. In 1978, Korg put into production the semi-modular synthesizer with the hopes that it would be the next bestseller synth at an affordable price. In 1978, it was around $750, and with inflation, looking at today's prices, that was still more affordable than its predecessors, coming close to $3,000. The MS-20 was in production until 1983, and it was part of the MS series, alongside the MS-10, which was a single oscillator synthesizer, and then of course following that, the MS-20 with 2 oscillators. The MS-20 full size essentially is a reincarnation of the original MS-20, with nearly an identical circuit board, just using today's parts with equivalent specs. Taking a closer look at the front panel of the MS-20, you'll see that there are 2 VCOs, just like the original. On VCO 1, a triangle, sawtooth, adjustable width pulse, or white noise, and then taking a look at VCO 2, sawtooth, square pulse, narrow pulse, or ring modulator. There's also 2 envelope generators with EG1, including attack, delay, release, and EG2, including hold, attack, decay, sustain, and release. Also making this MS-20 a completely authentic reissue, you will see that it also includes the semi-modularity that made the MS-20 so popular. You also see that we do have the wheel control and the trigger button, just like the original. And one of my favorite things about the MS-20 is the external signal processor, where you can connect your guitars, your microphones, or other synthesizers right into the front panel of the semi-modular system and be able to go experimental, adding effects to your external instruments. Beyond the semi-modularity of this patchable synthesizer, I think that sonically, the signature of the MS-20 is coming from its dual filter. It's both bassy and edgy and squealy. Let's just hear a couple things. Something else you should know about the original MS-20 is that when it went into production, there were actually 2 different versions of a filter that were put into the synthesizer. An earlier filter and then the later filter. And with this new MS-20 full size, you can actually trigger which filter you want to use, the earlier version or the later version from the original. Now, when you go ahead and turn on the MS-20, you are going to be already set up with the earlier filter of the original MS-20. To access that later filter, we're going to start with the MS-20 off, and then you're going to hold down the F sharp, G sharp, and B keys in the 3rd octave, switch it on, and now that later filter will be the filter we're using. If I want to go back to the earlier filter, all you got to do is turn it on and off again. It will always start with that earlier filter. Now, some of the things that are new to the MS-20 full size are its connectivity to both USB and MIDI. So if you wanted to sequence something from your computer, you can totally sync that up with this full size MS-20. And of course, with the new MS-20 full size, you actually will receive 10 1/4-inch patch cables so you can be ready to use your semi-modular system. Another feature that I thought was notable about this new MS-20 full size is that, like many other Korg synthesizers, it has an auto-off feature after 4 hours of not using it. So if you want to disable the auto-off feature, you're going to start with your MS-20 off, hold down the C1, D1, and E1 keys, turn on your synth, and you'll see the on LED light flashing, and then that feature is now disabled. And of course, if you want to re-enable the auto off feature, you're actually going to Again, start with your MS-20 full size off, hold down the C1, D1, and F1 keys, and switch your synth on, and now that feature is enabled. Another thing to note about the new MS-20 full size is that it comes in 4 limited edition colors. As you can see, we have the white, of course, and then the black, like the original MS-20, and it also comes in blue and green. There really is so much you can do with this semi-modular system, and just know that there is a totally free and downloadable patch book that you can have access to and explore to get you started. The MS-20 full size truly is a versatile tool for all musicians, whether you want to check out the semi-modularity of a synthesizer or want to create soundscapes and sound design, getting more experimental with the external sound processor. This would be a great tool for you. For more information, go ahead and visit Korg.com. I'm Natalie Shammy, once again, here with Korg, and this is the MS-20 full size. Thank you so much for checking it out today.